What do you get when you mash up two of the greatest games ever made? The Hero of Law, an Ocarina of Time and Ace Attorney crossover, where Link defends and Ganondorf prosecutes. Created by Newer Team. I'm Zenith, and while I absolutely love the Ace Attorney games, Zelda has always been my number one. This is my first Zelda series on the channel, and I couldn't be more excited. And I'm going in completely blind. No spoilers, no gameplay footage, nothing. So grab your Master Sword and pin on your lawyer's badge. It's time for the Hero of Law. Welcome back, gamers. I'm Zenith, and we're starting a brand new series on the channel. Hold on. Okay, so I gotta hold the controller like this, not like this. Like this. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, Hero of Law is the name of this game. This is a crossover between Ocarina of Time and Ace Attorney. It's just like, it's a ROM hack done in the style of Ace Attorney. This is done by Newer Team, but I know next to nothing about this game. Only that it is a ROM hack. People were playing it a couple months ago, and I kind of was doing some other stuff before I got to this. I've been wanting to play it for a while, and I'm really happy and really excited that I get to, and this is my very first outing in a Zelda game on this channel, so very happy for that. Zelda's my favorite series of all time. I love the Ace Attorney games too. I've played almost all of them, but really this is like my first love. Like going all the way back to the golden cartridge days. Listen to this music. What? Sorry, I'm just talking here and this music is fabulous. What in the world? They made this music. This is not in Zelda. This is not in Ace Attorney. This is like a mashup of. That's very Zelda right there. That's like Fairy's Fountain, but really like, whoa. Okay, I'm hyped. Oh my God, I'm just sitting here listening to this. This is so great. Yeah, no, like I said, first Zelda series on the channel. I've been wanting to do one for a while, and what better than to do a ROM hack, right? Everyone's done like Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, Majora's Mask, right? But ROM hacks allow you to kind of breathe new life into the series. I mean, we're doing something different with it here, right? It's like a crossover between the Ace Attorney games and Zelda, but anyway, I'm going to get into it. They're just replaying the music at this point. So let's go. Oh. Every time I start up a Zelda game, it just gives me chills because I love this series so much. Since I was so little, I was playing these on the NES. This looks familiar. Lon Lon Ranch? So quiet. Do you think they forgot? Who's talking? Is that a eye drop? Forget a royal visitation? No one can make such a blunder, princess. Okay, so the princess is talking and someone is talking to the princess. And they're visiting Lon Lon Ranch, it looks like. Well, I guess I should just go in then. Whoa! Talon! Oh no. And Malin was there with the poacher's saw. Ooh, it's just like Ace Attorney. Look at this. And the Hyrule guards are standing outside the door. Like that's, like they're the bailiffs or the courtroom guards. Oh man. And what is that picture in the background? Is that like Hyrule Castle? Okay, it is March 17th. 9:37 a.m. is very specific on the time here. Hyrule Grand Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. All right, so maybe the trial starts right at 10 o'clock. Oh, I've got a court record button. I use the R button here, so let's see. I've got my attorney's badge, and it's got. Oh, is that the? Is that the light medallion? Is that right? Is that the light medallion? Proof that I can stand in court as an attorney. I can close it with B. I can check out other profiles. Malin, okay. Age 27. No, this is like an older Malin. My longtime friend and the defendant in this case. So it's kind of like the start of Ace Attorney where Phoenix was defending Larry Butts. Except Malin, Larry Butts she is not. So we'll see how Malin is. Will she become Link's assistant? Okay, Talon deceased. The victim, owner of Lon Lon Ranch and Malin's loving father. This is so predictable, you guys. If we know anything about Zelda, and I'm just gonna spoil it right now with my prediction. I could be completely wrong, but perhaps Ingo. Is that the likely suspect here? Like, or maybe like, so they're suspecting Malin of foul play, but it has to be Ingo, right? Okay. Did I just solve the case? Oh, are they just like oh man, drawing on like the story of Ocarina of Time and what we know of that. Ingo is the ranch hand that helps out around the ranch, but wants to own the ranch for himself. In fact, spoilers for Ocarina of Time, if anyone's not played that before, right? You jump ahead 7 years into the future, and yes, the ranch has been given over to Ingo because Ingo has proven to Ganondorf somehow that he is the better person for the ranch. Which, arguably, like, maybe he is. He's a harder worker, but that's beside the point. That's not his ranch. Yeah, so Talon's dead, as we saw in the opening cutscene. Zelda walks in on them. Zelda looking a little bit different from how she is in Ocarina of Time. That's like a new design for her, so that's interesting. Evidence, okay, so it's just the badges. So Link's monologuing, which he doesn't do in the game. He's a silent protagonist, so this is interesting. Oh, I've got a history button. So, okay, I was listening to the music. I just realized it is like the Song of Storms, like cutting in and out of it. Ooh, I love this. They did so good with this. I'm not even into like the dialogue yet. This is so... I mean, to like the courtroom drama stuff. Okay, sorry. Let's get into this. Okay, Link says to himself, "You'd think that after so many years of doing this, I'd be used to the stress." All right. So why am I shaking? Dude, because you got to defend your good friend Malin. Yeah. I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life that's on the line. I just said that. Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see you like this. You're right. Buck up, Link. Let's get in there. Speaking of her, though, where is she anyway? Oh, did she not show up to court? Hey, you, over there! Are you, like, channeling your inner Navi? Hey, listen! Huh? What is it, attorney? The trial isn't started yet. But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? Okay, so I think the dialogue is, so far, it's good. You can tell they took some time crafting this. Okay, I gotta stop pausing to like talk about this, but I'm gonna have thoughts about this. These are like my genuine reactions going into this. This is so cool. Like, I never would have thought that we could cross these games over and make something like this. Okay, all right, let's get into it. I didn't get to speak much with her when she was arrested, so that's bad. You know, the attorneys needs to be able to talk to their clients before the case. So what happened? What's up with the speedy trials business? It's very much like Ace Attorney. I was hoping I could at least exchange a word with her now. Oh, that's true. Some lawyers actually don't defend their client until they get to the courtroom that day. Like they'll ask for like a stay of the hearing so that they can like talk to the client and get on with it. But sometimes I guess there are some cases where the trial just has to move along. There's like deadlines and stuff, and the request is denied. Maybe. Is that right? Maybe I watched too much courtroom drama. Well, you weren't the only one with the idea. What you talking about, ma'am? Wait, what did I say before? I was hoping I could at least exchange a word with her now. Who else had the idea to talk to her beforehand? Is that what he's saying? I believe she is currently in the prosecutor's lobby. Oh, yeah. So, yep. So, I already know that Link is the defendant. Is the, not the defendant. The defendant is Malon. He's the defense attorney. Ganondorf is the prosecutor. So, this will be interesting. Oh, my dog's left. What are you guys up to? They're just stretched out on the floor now. Okay, back to the game. So, Malon is in the prosecutor's lobby. That's not good. What is she doing in the prosecutor's lobby anyway? He wanted to talk to her as well. Dude, you'll have your chance. What? Yeah. If I was a defense attorney, I'd have that reaction too. Like, what are you doing, Malon? No, sorry, it's probably not Malon's fault. What are you doing, Ganondorf? What are you thinking? So it's interesting in the Ace Attorney games, right? Spoilers for Ace Attorney. Miles Edgeworth is the prosecutor there, but he and Phoenix, they go way back. They actually they were friends before, they eventually rekindle that friendship, right? And later on are on the same time. It's very shonen anime. Like, you know, you have these great battles with your enemy Vegeta, but then Goku and Vegeta eventually team up. So very much the same thing. So what is up with this guy? Are we talking about the guard? Yeah, what is up with this guy? Why are you just like, you think that's okay that the prosecutor wanted to talk to her? Jeez, I don't have any thoughts about this. He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits. That's what happened. And now this? So right before the trial, right? He's in the lobby talking to the prosecutor. Yeah, I call BS. Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial. Yeah, thanks, man. Great. That'll be a joyous 5 minutes indeed. I feel you, man. This is some BS. But there's nothing I can do but wait. This thing, is she going to show up like a minute before trial starts? That'd be the worst. I don't even get to review the case or what happened. I don't have like files. Like I don't have like the case files in my inventory here. Sometime later. How much time later? Okay, this is ridiculous. How much longer can he keep her? Oh, door opened. Ah, see, there she is. No need to get all worked up. Honey, please. Oh, Malon. Yeah, she looks all distraught there. Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting? Yeah, that was me. So much for looking professional. I think like a little bit of indignation here is warranted. No, don't worry. Everything's fine. This is Malon. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castle Town all those years ago, we've been great friends. So, in Ocarina of Time, as soon as, so Link leaves the forest, because that's where you start the game. First stop, Castle Town. And one of the first people he meets, Malon, right there in Castle Town. That's a cool little nod to the events of Ocarina of Time. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about her father. If everything's fine, why do you look so worried? This is our first time chatting about this. Oh, well. How did the investigation go? Did you find anything? Oh, Malon. Sweet summer child. Yes, the investigation. I found tons of groundbreaking stuff. Particularly that my opponent's a real scumbag. You bet he is, Ganondorf. So, oh, sorry, yeah, like, my thought kind of trailed off earlier about, like, you know, Phoenix and Miles, like, reforming their friendship. I don't see that happening with Link and Ganondorf. Sorry. Like, is that gonna be a thing? Like Link and Ganondorf eventually like become buds or something and take down the even greater evil? Yeah, no way, because Ganondorf's the big evil here, right? So that's the one thing. I kind of wish, like, I get why they put Ganondorf there, but I kind of wish Ganondorf had been like maybe a different character in this game. Like, what is it in the first Phoenix game? You're taking down okay, I can't remember his name, but he's like Miles' mentor in the lawyering game. Like that's the big bad in that game. It's not Miles. It's actually Miles' mentor. So I want to say, like, oh, Daisy's back. Hi, Daisy. I want to say, like, that's probably not going to happen here if Ganondorf is opposing me here. So I'm just going to put that out there right now. What did the prosecutor want from you anyway? Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what'll happen to me if I'm found guilty. Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before trial. I agree. He probably just did that so we wouldn't have as much time to talk. You believe in me, right? I didn't do it. I'd never. Yeah, I believe in you. Yeah. Because attorneys have to believe in their clients. Of course I believe you. Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now. But didn't you find lots of evidence in the investigation? Link, you told her that. Freaking liar. Hey, be honest with your client, man. You gotta build trust. Big sigh. What's that you've got there? She's got a little letter. A note. Oh, this is just a pictograph of father I carry around. Oh! I like that they used the word pictograph instead of picture. That is very, very Legend of Zelda, this era of Zelda, because in Majora's Mask, the pictures that you take are called pictographs. I love this. Oh, that's neat. And there's Epona on the right there. It's Malon when she was little. I just can't believe he's gone. Ingo was in there too. So I mentioned Ingo earlier as the possible true culprit of this crime, not Malon. Because we already know Malon is the one that's on trial here for killing her dad. So I wish I knew how to cheer her up right now. You tell her you're going to win this thing and prove that she's innocent. Not very good at handling emotional clients. Yeah, you are kind of the silent type, aren't you? Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial. Oh? How so? Well, you look so happy together. I can present it to show that you two had a great relationship. There you go. See? She perked up. You really think so? Well, here you go then. Malon's pictograph added to the court record. At least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. That's right. Press A to view. A childhood photo of Malon with her father, but it's not just with her father. There's the horse corral behind them. And the horse track, right? There's Ingo right in the forefront. Oh, he's got his frilled collar on, his lace collar. So that's interesting that he's in that getup instead of his regular ranch hand getup. Maybe like he already feels like he owns the ranch there. Epona's in there. This is when Malon's younger. They look so happy. I don't know. Ingo doesn't look too happy. Okay, sorry. Just looking it over because every bit of evidence is very essential in these games. Okay. I'm liking the dialogue so far. Oh, I'm really enjoying this. This is great. It feels like newer team. They took a professional approach to it. I love this. And it doesn't seem like there's really much fluff dialogue to it. Not yet. Maybe we'll find some later, but I feel like everything is on track. We're talking about the things we need to talk about. It's going to be essential to the plot, hopefully. But it feels like it will be. But wait, we shouldn't just be idly chatting. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about, but could you tell me what actually happened? I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story. There we go. Let's go. I wish there was like a clock on the wall that told you. Oh, never mind. The trial's starting. Oh my God. That was great. I love it. Trial starting. Defendant, attorney, please enter the courtroom at once. Oh no. Shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Yeah, idiot. All right. Everything will be fine. The prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began, but sooner or later, his arrogance will be his undoing. Let's head inside. You get it, Link. See, that was confidence right there. My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. I have won my fair share of cases, and lost some too. But this one is personal. Yeah. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I've got to find out who did this to Talon. Oh wait, both dogs are here now. Sorry. Squirrel. Hello, Daisy. And here, so Daisy up here, Harold's in the back. All right. They've joined me for the game, just in time for the trial. Talon. He was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice. I can't lose this. Get in there. What's your opening statement going to be? Yeah, there he is, yeah. Oh, the judge is Rauru. Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lon Lon Ranch. Look at him, he's standing just like Phoenix does, a hand on hip there. Yeah. Looking suave, Link, when you're blue and your attorney's badge. So, in the attorney's badge. I want to make sure of something, but I want to look this up later. Is the badge, which symbol is that? I'm pretty sure that's the light medallion, but maybe it's the water? I can't remember. It's, No, it's going to bug me. I need to look it up right now. Okay, no, I was right. So the water medallion is very similar, but it's the light medallion for sure. Okay, I'm glad I looked that up. So it is the light medallion. It's the right color for the light medallion anyway. I should have realized because it's yellow, it's the light medallion. I don't know why I thought it might be the water, but it's very similar. I feel like I keep getting sidetracked here, and I really want to get on with the game, but everything is so interesting. I want to like talk about this stuff. I'm gonna share with you what I'm feeling in the moment, or what my predictions are. So I really hope like that resonates with you guys if you're watching this. I do value your time, so I want this to be as enjoyable for you as possible. If you're looking for like a playthrough of this game, and you're looking for like a blind experience, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm completely blind on this. I don't know what's going to come. I just have my experiences from playing Ocarina of Time hundreds of times. And I've also played Ace Attorney games. I've played probably the first one like at least 5 different times, maybe more. Like, that's how much I like these series. So seeing this together, I'm loving it so far. And so we're going to move on. Hold on. Yeah, the defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, looks like we got British spellings for stuff on this. So I wonder if the writers for this were British or across the pond or whatever you want to say. Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lon Lon Ranch. Hold on, I wanted to see up here, like when Malon got cut off. See, he did say it. It's like, I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story. So yeah, he shouldn't have said that. It's like, I don't stand much chance. Because like, I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't much to, because I missed this part. It went by really quickly. And then the soldier comes in and says, trial starting. So that sucks. He didn't get to talk to Malon before the whole thing started. Oh my God, Dragmire. Okay, so Ganondorf Dragmire. If I recall correctly, That name does not even exist in Zelda canon. That is totally Nintendo of America putting a, Dragmire, giving Ganondorf a last name in the prologue of A Link to the Past. So that's how far back that name goes. But that's a Nintendo of America thing. But yeah, so we're using it here in this game. He is Ganondorf Dragmire. Oh, this is great. I sincerely doubt that. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm still thinking about the Dragmire thing. It's like the intro, or the prologue for Link to the Past, right? He was a thief known as Ganondorf Dragmire, also known as Mandrag Ganon. Oh man, they had fun with that. I'm sure they knew they were having fun with that one. Okay, so I was interested in this Ganondorf last name thing, so I did look it up real quick. Well, not real quick. This is a little bit after recording, and it's canon. I found this article from back in 2017 when his name did become canon. It's the official Legend of Zelda website. It includes a character compendium, and right here is the entry. Ganondorf, once known as the King of Thieves, Ganondorf Dragmire used the power of the Triforce to become the Beast Ganon. It uses Ganondorf Dragmire. So Dragmire, like I said in the video, was previously used as the character's surname in the English translated manual in 1992. But now Nintendo has taken this last name, Ganondorf Dragmire, and has made it canon. So I was right up until 2017. The more you know. All right, moving on. What were they thinking, pitting me against some pathetic kid? This guy, you're going down, man. Oh, see you, Daisy. See you, Harold. What are you guys doing? He must have heard something. Oh, he's leaning forward on the desk, kind of like Phoenix does. All the mannerisms are here. It's like Link has just absorbed all of Phoenix's mannerisms. This is great. Pathetic kid! Malon's the one that got indignant there. Link was the one that toned down. Still your tongue. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Oh! Dang. The color of her hair. Okay, so I can only guess he's saying this because all Gerudo women have red hair, but like vibrant red hair. And then here's Malon, a Hylian, from what we can tell, with red hair. I know people have theorized like, oh yeah, Malon's like probably got Gerudo blood in her with the red hair. I don't agree with that. Like on a canon basis, like maybe they'll use it in this story. Who knows? Who knows? But like, as far as Zelda canon goes, there's no way Malon can be have Gerudo blood, because Gerudo blood is so strong that when they mate with a male, when a Vi and a Vo get together, right? The Vi's genes, the female Gerudo's genes, get passed down more prominently, and born to that family is another Gerudo woman, not a Hylian, not a half Hylian. It is full Gerudo, basically. But anyway, that's how that works. At least that's how it works in Breath of the Wild. I imagine that's how it works in Ocarina of Time, because there's the gossip zone that says like sometimes Gerudo women go into Hyrule to find boyfriends. And we can only assume what that means. That's how they make families. That's how they make more Gerudo women. So Ganondorf, he's the one Gerudo male born every 100 years. Okay. Vile woman. Before long, the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed. Let us not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin? Yeah, I'm ready to get started, even though I keep talking. Now, this court is no place to be exchanging insults. That's right, yeah. Compose yourself, Ganondorf. Since the prosecution seems ready as well, let's hear their opening statement. Okay, here we go. Opening statements. The opening statement shall also be the closing one. Oh, man. I mean, that's not how it works, but sure. I guess that's a way to get us into the trial quicker, is to just dispense with the opening statement, get right to it. The girl did it. It's obvious. Oh, he's giving the opening statement anyway. Okay. She killed her own father in cold blood. Also, she could have the ranch to herself. Yeah, I have a feeling that's someone else. There's his laugh. Nice. They used the sound bite from Ocarina of Time for Ganondorf's laugh. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you, you greedy little rat? Oh, you hear the audience going, or the objection! Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like this. Objection! Ha! She committed murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets. The judge just shakes his head. I do believe a little less commentary wouldn't go amiss. Bah. I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all of the damning evidence. Who is this guy? How can he speak to the judge like that? Man, maybe this is like one of those, like, got the judge in his back pocket sort of deals. Ganondorf Dragmire. Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I've heard about him must be true. A boorish barbarian. I love the alliteration. A boorish barbarian. A boorish barbarian of a man. Wait, that all goes together. It's like one phrase. Hold on. A boorish barbarian of a man. Hailing from the Gerudo province. There we go. We did it. We got it. Apparently, he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades. Decades. All while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. Oh, so this is just who he is. All right. But a clean streak for decades. He's never lost. So probably well respected as a prosecutor. I've even heard some attorneys refer to him as the King of Evil. Because that's his actual title in Ocarina of Time, is the King of Evil. Nice. Definitely has that look at the very least. Who wears full armor to court? You know, yes, he is. But he, like, if we're looking at Ace Attorney games, like Miles Edgeworth also is wearing like some crazy get-ups to court, so. Very well. Please present your case to the court. You don't seem to like me talking, so I'll just let the detective present the basics. Bring Impa of the Sheikah Force to the stand. Impa of the Sheikah Force. Ooh, is this going to be like the detective? Detective Gumshoe? Well, here we go. The first battle. I know Impa. She's quite a competent detective, which worries me. Please let her have made a mistake just this once. Okay, so Impa's a competent detective is what they're saying here. So already we're seeing some variances in the characters from this game to Ace Attorney, right? So Gumshoe, incompetent, and always gets his pay deducted, or like he always gets like a pay cut because he just can't do his job correctly, but he never loses his job. But in this one, they're saying Impa is actually competent. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with this. Ganondorf is acting a lot more like the like Miles's mentor character, like very, very confident, shuts people down, talks down to them in court. So that's more like that. Okay. So let's see Impa. See what she's got. Oh my God. What is she wearing? All right. State your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. Yeah, so he's talking down to everybody. I like that they're keeping that consistent though. Like, it doesn't matter who he's talking to. He's like verbally berates them, insults them. Okay, this is good. You never change, do you, Prosecutor? Any possible change would be for the worse. Now stop wasting time! Name an occupation. Oh, man. Very well. I am Impa, head detective of the Sheikah Force, Homicide Division. Dang, she is, like, on point. I love it. She's even doing, like, her stance. What was it, like, when she... And then she, like, teleports, or... I don't know. Okay. True for now, at least. Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. You were the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. He's like, demand, demand, demand. But he gets the ball rolling. I guess he gets the job done, right? What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Huh. Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement. Ooh, here comes the digs. That's what I was thinking, like, what's with that opening statement, man? Honestly, like, a little bit lazy, if you ask me. Like, he thinks he gets his way all the time. He can just, like, run this court. So he doesn't have to, like, bother making a proper opening statement. I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time for the sake of an unbiased look. She's hardcore. I love her. I love this. Please, go ahead, detective. The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castle Town. This is all true. These are all things we know about Lon Lon Ranch from Ocarina of Time. Nice. The current owner of the homestead, Talon, was found dead in his ranch house. A tragic loss for our kingdom for sure. I have seen the man around Castle Town a number of times delivering goods. Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene of the murder by the Royal Guard, who were there on official business. Official business? What kind? Actually, that's interesting. What was Zelda doing going to the ranch? Like, why were they visiting the ranch? That's interesting. Like, how is that going to tie into this case? That's what I want to know. Like, that's going to be important, I'm sure, when we're piecing this stuff all together. As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the Crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year. I see. So it's scheduled, it's annual. It's not like, it was not unprompted. Okay. Continue, detective. So maybe it's not that important that they were there. They're just the ones that stumbled upon it. You hear Gepor Gabora's theme? Because the judge, because Rauru is actually Gepor Gabora. It's so interesting. That is a cool detail. Wow. Oh. Ooh. Man, sorry. I'm like, just a little fanboy over here. I love that detail. Wow, you guys, like, newer team, definitely a fan of the Zelda games. I mean, like, you have to be a fan to do a ROM hack like this, a mod. But come on, give it up for them. This is peak. Okay, moving on. Continue, detective. When the Sheikah Force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Malin, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her, as she was deemed the only possible culprit. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That about covers the gist of what happened. Very nice and succinct. Keep that up, and perhaps you will keep your job. Some clever writing here. Wow, I love this. Keep that up and keep your job. Hello there. Yes, I see you, buddy. I see you. Oh my God. Oh, Harold. You're a good boy. Good boy, Harold. Okay. Keep that up and perhaps you will keep your job. Ho ho. I don't think the good detective here has to worry much about that, given she is the head of the department. Which reminds me, Why is the head of detectives herself on a case like this? Were the other detectives unavailable? Ah, that would be because I have been assigned to this case by order of the King of Hyrule himself. The King himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it? You are correct, Your Honor. I am not usually involved in field work like this. This time, however, the King felt it necessary because of who is involved. A high-profile figure was involved. Because of who is involved. Well, I thought she was talking about Talon, but I guess, like, who is involved? Is the death of a ranch worker really such a concern for the King? Well, as I said, London Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. Rauru, come on, keep up. Even I knew that's what she was getting at. Come on. But that's not who I meant. Oh, okay, no. So there was a little bit of a twist there. So yeah, once again, let me just point out that dialogue wasn't useless. It was like Rauru seemingly mistaking who we all thought she was talking about. And in the end, it turns out, no, yeah, like she is talking about someone else. This is good. So, newer team. So far, bravo. Man, okay, like, keep this up. I'll keep singing your praises. This is so good. I imagine the King wanted the top investigators on this job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene. Okay, that also makes sense. And that makes sense what you meant we're getting at. Carry on. Some people didn't know. Wait, I saw an Anuki up there. An Anuki. One of those, oh man. They're like from, I want to say Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. I think maybe they were in both. But it's like a special race of characters that we haven't seen in the 3D Zelda since those DS games. That was cool. Good little detail thrown in there. Order! I will have order. The Royal Princess Zelda witnessed the crime. Ha! And there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty. This is bad. I can't really object to that. Very well. If the princess is testifying today, it's better we don't make her needlessly wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get through this quicker then. Sorry, princess. Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested. Let's hear it. Okay, testimony time. Witness testimony. So, I just want to point out, like those big words on the screen, that's all Hylian script. That's so cool. That's a cool little detail. They took the Hylian script, the language, and that's the script they're using on the screen instead of Japanese, right? This game has so much good flavor. Hold on, did I miss some dialogue a second ago? Oh, it just said the reasons for the arrest. Okay. Here we go. So, yep, this is just like Ace Attorney with the flashing up in the corner there. What we're currently doing. This is witness testimony. We've got the court record we can pull from if we need to. All right, sorry, I'll close this. Don't need it right now. All the sound effects from Ocarina of Time. It is with regret that I agree with Dragmire. Oh, man. Even that line's so good. It is with regret that I agree with him. Oh, I love it. It's so good. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. Okay. So murder did take place inside the ranch house. I wonder if there's something that points to it taking place somewhere else, like they were placed there or something. There are only 3 people on the ranch: the victim, the defendant, and a worker, Ingo, who has an alibi for the time of the crime. Oh, a convenient alibi, Ingo. I'm so sorry, like, it is the first trial, so maybe they'll get a little bit more complex and not as easy to guess. Or maybe, I kind of hope Zelda lore doesn't like keep poking in and be like, this is the the suspect. This is what really happened, because we know that from Ocarina of Time, why that would happen that way. Okay. Maybe this will surprise us. Maybe it's not Ingo. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. Maybe like a Poe came in and did it. I don't know. A Redead came in and strangled him, and then Ingo just set it up to make it look like Malin did it. I don't know. Why would he do that? Okay. Okay. The victim, the defendant, a worker, and the worker has an alibi. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Why was she unconscious? That seems like an important detail, wouldn't you say? I might press her on this one. I don't really have any evidence to present, but I want to know more about that. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. The poacher's saw? That seems a little unlikely that you would kill someone with a saw, but okay. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. So matter of fact, Impa. Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces of evidence to the court. Hey, we got some evidence. First, I have the autopsy report performed by the Crown's top coroner, and it has the royal family seal on it. Look at that, just like the Zelda's letter that you give to the gate guard in the game in Ocarina of Time. Okay. Autopsy report added to the court record. This is going to be important. Yep, the poacher saw. Here we go. Here's what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands. Saw added to the court record. Great. To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity. Nothing unusual was found, but to be safe, we also checked the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found on the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it. So no other blood anywhere else. Got it. Ranch inventory added to the court record. Maybe we're missing some inventory somewhere. And we'll see it in like a photo, like, hey, what about that item that's missing from the inventory? Something. Okay. That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene. Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. That's what I'm saying. Like a saw killed him? Like, what? This only helps to prove the defendant's viciousness. At this rate, they're going to paint Malin as some heartless monster. Oh, they're doing that all right. He's sitting there sweating like Phoenix does. The details. It's so detail-oriented. Man. Great. This is great. There is one more thing I feel I should mention for the sake of completeness. Okay. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments. Of course, business must go on. Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though? Because it could blow your case wide open. Yes, let's get it in there. The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning. Were the contents checked before you let them go? Naturally. Who do you take us for? Don't question me, whippersnapper. She pulls out freaking her what's it called? The small blade, wakizashi, right? Or did I pronounce that correctly? Is that what Impa has? He has just a really short, like almost like a katana-like blade, but it's very short. Even though the worker handling the shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all the boxes open to check what was inside. In the end, it did turn out to only be milk bottles, so we let them through. Only milk bottles. Very well. Thank you for your thoroughness, Detective. Milk shipments added to the court record. I can't wait to look at this stuff and see what I'm going to use in my argument. So, what happens now? Now I'm going to look at the court record. Thanks for asking, though. Okay, did we actually, did we get any more profiles? We did. Hold on, let me look at these first. So, we got Malin, we've got Talon, Judge Age, question mark. Yeah. I mean, he's the Sage of Light. Jolly old man who has presided over some of my cases. 59. He's getting up there in years. Prosecutor assigned to the case. Rude to others, easily angry. That's interesting they chose like that age, like that he is like that old. So he's been like the king of the Gerudo for decades. Now, they did mention decades when they're talking about him. So that tracks. But is only 34 in this story. Okay, cool. Head of detectives assigned to investigate the case. All right. Attorney's badge. Pictograph, right? It's that one. Autopsy report. Deep irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. Victim died from loss of blood no later than 8 a.m. Okay, so we have a timestamp on there. A deep irregular wound. It was made with a sharp metal object. So it was a metal object that did it. So maybe the saw was the murder weapon. Ow, that sucks. Sorry, Talon. That's really awful. Okay, but victim died from loss of blood no later than 8 a.m. The supposed murder weapon. Oh, that's important that they put on here supposed. Okay. So maybe there was something else. Found in Malon's hands, clean of blood. So I wonder, clean of blood? Meaning there's no traces of blood on it? Okay, so I think we've already figured out just from looking at these items, the saw is not the murder weapon, so there's something else. I'm thinking that's probably going to be figured out by looking at the ranch inventory. List of equipment on the ranch, press A for details. What if it's like a pitchfork or something that did it? Okay, so we got, we got quite a bit of inventory here. Can I scroll through it? Can I look at the next page? Only the one, so we only have the one wood saw. We got saddles, horseshoes, axe. We do have axes. 3 axes are in the ranch, okay? Garden hose, rakes, but I would say like a garden hoe might be a good murder weapon. Hammers are another. It's like the pointy end of the hammer, not the blunt end. I could also be the blunt end. We have lots of knives, 6 knives, scythes. So it's not even saying how many, like, I can't see the other side of the freaking book here, like how many pieces of scythes we have. Maybe it's just more important that we know what is in the book. So like scythes, shovels, flails? Am I thinking of the right piece of equipment? Flails? Maybe it's something else on the ranch. Trowels? Trovels? Did they right there? Is it supposed to be trowel or is that a trovel? Post pounders. Drag harrows, wheelbarrows, horse carts, towing harnesses, cow nose rings. All right, so, but I guess this shows us that there are many sharp objects on the ranch. Yeah, like, I don't think a saw would have done it. A scythe, maybe a scythe would do the job much more effective. It would cut much deeper, maybe through the person. Yeah, okay. Ingo is the person who keeps the inventory. Look at that. So that's important. 15 March. So this was taken 2 days. This inventory was taken 2 days before this trial. Ingo was the one that took inventory. Got it. Because we're on 17 March is I think what it said. I could look at I could look at the history, but I'm pretty sure it's 17 March. Okay. And milk shipments. Some orders of milk that left the ranch a little while after the crime. All right, great. So what happens now? Well, this is where I step in and perform a cross-examination. Link, proceed. Ah, great. How does that work? Huh? Could you explain what you're going to be doing? Can't hurt to go over this again. Wait. Do I go over it again or do I... No, there's no time. I gotta go. Sorry, but there's no time for that. We have to get started right away. I think I know enough. I think I've absorbed it enough to know what we're looking at. Okay. Oh, All right, then. I'll just try my best to follow along. You know what you're doing. You bet I do. I've played Ace Attorney. I know what I'm doing. I sure hope so. This might not be easy. I should just keep in mind that I can press C right to skip through text. Interesting. Oh, he pointed. The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. Bah! A waste of time. I sincerely hope you're not implying that standard court procedure is a waste of time, Mr. Dragmire. In any case, we're ready, defense. Please begin the cross-examination. And I shall. Ooh. The reasons for arrest. All right, this is... What is this music from? Oh, is this like the theme song that we heard at the start of the game? Okay, she agrees to Dragmire. She regrets it. All the evidence points towards the girl being the culprit. Cool. Nothing to press on there. We determined the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. Let's press on that. How do we know? Hold it. Hold it. And just how did you do that? It's quite simple. There was no blood found anywhere else. Okay, fine. Had the victim been attacked at some other location, we'd expect the trail of it leading to the scene. Could the killer have just cleaned it all up? Probably not. Certainly not. Okay, you're the detective. Certainly not. Here we go. Path to the ranch house at Lon Lon Ranch is not paved in any way. Let's see. Cleaning blood off the ground would require disturbing the soil. Naturally, we found nothing of the sort. Bah! There wouldn't have been enough time to pull that off anyway. Likely true. Right. It sounds like the location of the crime scene is pretty firm, but I'm not giving up yet. Hey, I was curious too, Link. You're good, man. Like, good instinct. Let's keep it up. Only 3 people on the ranch: the victim, the defendant, a worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. Who is the worker? 3 people, you say? I guess I would have to be Mr. Ingo. Here we go. So we're learning. Objection! Let me stop you before you start getting too excited. If you had listened to the rest of what the detective said, you'd notice she mentioned an alibi. Indeed, we're pretty certain that the ranch worker couldn't have been involved. Well, what is this alibi then? That's what I'm saying. You might remember that I brought up some outgoing milk shipments. Well, the worker Ingo was in charge of them. He left the ranch house first thing in the morning and was busy preparing the shipments after that. First thing in the morning, what time did he leave? Because the Talon bled out, died at 8. Which means Zelda came after that. The ranch shipment happened before all that? I mean, the timeline's tight. He could have done it and then left with the shipment. Just saying. Is that so? Surely he could have gotten away from that one for... Surely he could have gotten away from that for one really quick little murder. Looks like... yeah, I mean, like, that's possible, right? That's like... It's possible. Okay, Link, come on. Objection! I would object to. Bah, this wouldn't just be a quick little murder, as you so crudely put it. He'd have to have taken steps to hide his involvement, too. There was definitely not enough time for that. I want to know why Malin was unconscious. Like, there's something to that, too. Unfortunately, I agree. Preparing a shipment is a lot of work. You have to milk all the cows, clean all the bottles, pour the milk out into them, arrange them all into the crates, and finally load it all up onto a wagon. I get it. It was a lot of work. Usually, I had to do it together with Father to finish before the courier arrived. The shipments were already ready when we arrived at the ranch. When we checked the boxes, they were all fully loaded with filled milk bottles. So this Ingo was able to do the work of 2 people all on his own? Isn't that a bit odd? It is, actually. That is very odd. So we're saying Ingo did it all by himself, even though 2 people usually do this. I'm glad I pressed this. Objection! Odd or not, he evidently did just that. Clearly, he's a man dedicated to his job. Or perhaps the girl and her father are just very inefficient. I mean, going back to Ocarina of Time, Talon was pretty lazy. But neither here nor there, Talon's the one that died. We're going to seek justice for her father. This whole thing seems awfully suspicious if you ask me, but I guess I have nothing to dispute it with. Not yet. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Yeah, let's ask about the unconscious the defendant being unconscious. I want to know about that. Yeah, why was Malin unconscious? Hold it! Malin fainted! Correct. We couldn't get her awake for a long time. Interesting. So we did see, like, I don't know, you remember I noticed there was like a bottle of something on the counter when we saw the room. Before we saw Zelda come in, there was like it looked like the eye drops bottle that you give Bigoran, but there's like a red substance in it. Okay, so they had to administer a healing fairy so that she could be questioned. So she was suffering some kind of ailment, it sounds like, that she couldn't wake up. So someone drugged her, I'm guessing. I guess finding the body was just that much of a shock, huh? Ah! Probably just pretending, trying to make it look like she had merely found the body. In any event, moving on. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. Honestly, I'm going to present evidence. I want to say, can I present? How do I present evidence? Oh, wait, no, there was a button there. Hold on. I saw it. That is my bad. It is the up C. Objection! Oh, I have a life gauge, no! Oh, God, don't ask what do you think of this statement, Your Honor. The inventory shows there's so many other items it could be that could have killed. I should have just pressed. Okay, that's my bad. What do you think of this statement, Your Honor? What do I think of it? Why do you ask? Well, I have this evidence here. Objection! Don't listen to him, Judge. That evidence has nothing to do with what's being discussed. I mean, it's like I did not think this through as much as I could have. Oh, don't worry. I knew that. Attorneys always seem to ask what I think when they have no idea what they're talking about. Oh, shot through the heart. Drat. Okay. Down by 1 heart. Yeah, we're going to press instead. And how can you be so sure of this? Look at the autopsy report. Deep. Irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. He just like holds it out for the court to see. The saw was the only sharp implement in the ranch house that could produce such a wound. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to show the inventory list. Because like, no, there's more. And as I've already mentioned, we also looked closely at all other sharp things on the ranch. None had a recent blood on them, but neither did the saw. That still doesn't necessarily mean the saw was the murder weapon. Maybe the real culprit hid the real one. Objection! Oh yeah? Prove it then! Show us the real murder weapon. Well, I definitely don't have any way to do that. Still, something bothers me about that saw. Me too. Okay, so saw is highlighted in red. I mean, there's something about the saw. So that's probably the evidence I was supposed to submit. Not the inventory, but the saw itself. So you have nothing. What a waste of time. Let's see. She seemed like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. There's a check mark on it. Does that just mean that I've pressed? So I didn't press on this. I don't think it matters, but let's press on it anyway. Hold it! What makes you think she's the culprit? Objection! She's just about to tell you! Keep quiet and listen. Right. Sorry. Indeed, as I was saying. Alright. Clever. It's this one. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. I'm gonna try presenting something else. We're gonna present the saw this time, clean of blood. Let's just present it, see what happens. Okay, yeah, this was it. The music stops. This is what it is. Huh. This seems like a fairly large oversight. I just want to make sure of something. The state of the saw is currently in the state the saw is in. Wait. Syntax. The state the saw is currently in is how you found it at this crime scene. That's correct. That's strange. Considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was, why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon? Thank you. Thank you. You can applaud whenever you're ready. See, the Anuki is up there on the right-hand side between the Cuckoo Lady, or Anju, if you want to call her that, from Majora's Mask, and a Goron on the other side. Ha! Is that all you have? This music's great. I love this. This, man, fabulous. Huh? Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Here we go. New evidence. Oh, it's the odd potion. It's like bloodied and stuff. Oh, cool. Behold, this cloth was found in the defendant's other hand. As you can plainly see, it is stained with blood. The defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement. Objection! If Malin was trying to hide her involvement, why didn't she just leave the crime scene? Bah! Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Fair. Unfortunately for her, it just so happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled. In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene. Yeah, I mean, it could look like that. Young lady, things are not looking very good for you right now. The court accepts the bloodied cloth into evidence. Bloodied cloth added to the court record. Like trying to show that that was what was used to wipe off the blood on the item. Okay. So, what's the story with this cloth? Well, as I was doing a final check around the ranch, I noticed that part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged. Not entirely sure when that happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit too rowdy, you know? So, bloody cloth, please tell me. All right. Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped and I cut my hand open. Oh, goddesses, are you okay? These the goddesses. So like, oh God, you know, because like Hyrule was created by the 3 golden goddesses. Oh, that's clever. Are you okay? Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot though, so I used that cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going into the ranch house to ask Father to help me with the fence. A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course. The Sheikah Force had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. I do have to give her some credit. She is one cunning woman. She knew that would explain a sudden lack of any wound on her hand. Oh, why, yes, fairies are wonderful. Oh, man. Just the other day, I slammed my hand with the gavel and one took the paint off immediately. Great. Glad to know they're used for such important things. I was about to say, like, you just, like, oh, my hand. Let me take a bottle of ibuprofen fairy. But dang it. Too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth. All right. Well, I do believe this matter has been settled. I'm ready to call my next witness. All right. And before we talk to the next witness, we're going to call it an episode here. So, I mean, we've gone on quite a bit here for this first little part, but I think I wanted to find like a good stopping point. I wanted to get through the first testimony that we heard. It's Impa's testimony from the Sheikah Force, and we'll get to the next witness here in a second. So, oh, this is playing out just like Ace Attorney. It's the Ocarina of Time characters from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is everything. And I'm living for this. I'm so glad I finally am playing this. I found time in my schedule, slotting this in, recording it for posterity, of course. I'm ready to take this, whoever did it, I think it's Ingo, but whoever did it, we're going to take him down and prove Malon's innocence. But we'll get back to that in the next episode. So until then, just like the video, subscribe to my channel, please. And as always, we'll see you later, gamers.